Hey everybody, hi, welcome to Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. I'm Rob, it's June 29, 2024. I got another special oddball episode of Old Style Classics for you. But it's not oddball baseball cards this time. I'm been wanting to do this episode for a long time as well. Basically all these I do. But I did feature these cards in my VR um, video to Rick Vintage Oddball Collector's last VR contest about cards that Mangini doesn't have. Now these weren't the cards that I entered to stump Mangini, but I did show these just because I didn't know if Mangini would have ever seen these cards. He never responded to that, so I don't think he watched the whole video. He just probably skimmed through it. But anyways, this is a set of cards that I actually pulled myself. Now there's very little information online about these and the company that produced these cards. So they're like Hostess, Little Debbie, Drake's, one of these companies. Now they're the Break Cakes 1988 trading cards of the Olympic posters throughout the years. It's a 21 card set. You got one card per box of Break Cake, which is like Hostess. But I remember buying these my own self, and growing up in Albuquerque, we didn't really like have Wonder Bread, even though like very few places had that. But the popular bread, like name brand, I always thought it was from New Mexico, but I think it's like out of Kansas or something like that, was Rainbow Bread. And now, when you type that in, you can't find it. When you type break cake in, you find very little except for people who are talking about the same thing, that they've seen these cards, or they have a few of these cards, but they don't know much about it. Well, I do know about it because I was buying these, and this is 1988. This is right when I was really deep into collecting. You know, I did a lot of oddballs in 87 and in 88. And this seemed local to me, and they even had like day after stores for Rainbow. So I knew this was Rainbow just based on the logo, but it doesn't say Rainbow on the actual cards because maybe in different cities they might have went by something else. But once I figured that out, now I did find a black and white image of the packaging from back in the day a long time ago, so this is nothing new to me, but it's very hard to research this set. But I did find somebody who did have a Break Cakes image posted online of what you would get. So this is some SeaWorld giveaway or something. But see, that is Rainbow Break Cake. And it was like Twinkies. They're called twins. And then, you know, so like $1.99 for a box of however many that you would get in there. 8 cream-filled twins. And they were fine. They were good. I think I bought like 1 or 2 of these maybe at the regular store at full price. And then the other ones, my mom was like, oh, let's just go to the Daylight store or whatever, the one day expired store. And so I ended up picking these cards, because I was collecting basically any kind of card. You know, they didn't have like Pokemon or stuff like that back then. So any kind of sports related card, I should say. So here's the black and white image of that. So you can see they did cupcakes, twins, there was a coupon, and it's advertising for these cards. And you would get one per these family boxes. They're really thin stock, but they're pretty cool looking cards. They're really neat oddball set. So I've been waiting to show this for like over a year, even before I had started this channel up. So let's get to it. It's not a whole lot of cards. I just have a few. Now, along the way, I did see somebody who had posted that they worked at the factory and they couldn't even finish putting together the full set, like card number 21. And then I want to say about a decade ago, I was reading some other person who was somehow involved with maybe the ownership or management of this company, or his dad was, and he had like stacks of these cards. He was saying, so I always wanted to find that post, see if I can find that person, and see if I can get some of those cards from them to put this together. But you can find these on eBay, but not a lot of people know about them. So I feel like Rainbow at the time was probably more regional, and not regional just like in New Mexico, but they even have Rainbow Bread here in California now. So obviously I wasn't here then, so I don't know, but I think it was just more of a West Coast, or the West, not even West Coast, from, like Kansas, Texas, all the way west, that you can pick up Rainbow. So that's neat. Been wanting to show these. Special oddball set that seemed very regional to me at the time. And growing up in the Southwest, we didn't have a lot of regional things other than like the minor league sports stuff. So, and we're going to do this in honor also of the last episode that I just did, was the Candy City Leaf 1987 Candy City Team Special Olympics cards. So, since we just did the Special Olympics cards, let's go ahead and do these ones here, and that came out of the Leaf Candy Team 87 18 card set of Hall of Famers and the Special Olympics cards there. Now, I'm not too happy with my last episode because it was so long. I do want to do just a showing of this set here, but I would do it right now. I just don't want to upload it so close to doing that last episode. So I will come back to these and just do these, because it also is like a they do the 83 Dunross ones of these, which are basically the same cards, just different label and backs. And this is just all baseball players, and this is a selection of these baseball players, and those Special Olympic cards. So they are different, but it's like they reuse those images to do that. But anyway, so here we go. The first one, so these are the posters from the Olympics. And so this here is card number 1, I believe. No, it's card number 4. So 1908 London, England there. And as you can see, it says break cake, but just based on the color, the whole label there, I knew it was rainbow, because that's very like the rainbow that you saw in that picture. So it doesn't say rainbow, maybe because they might be called something else somewhere else, so they just went with the break cake. But I knew in my heart that these were rainbow. So rainbow is still around. I'm sure they've been sold and resold over the years. This one's got a bit of a bend in there, because I think the way it would have sat in that box. So this is nothing that I did. So this is definitely circulated. You guys know I like circulated cards. So, but those are what the Olympic posters would have looked like for 1908. At least one of them, little chariots of fire kind of look there. So beautiful cards, white, always looks great on these, kind of Allen Ginter-esque again, just like those Leaf cards I just showed you. So maybe these are the things that set me up for like Topps Allen and Ginter. Alright, and then the back's very colorful, very Rainbow Bread-ish. So it gives you some information about the Olympics that year. So 1908 London Olympics. Let's see if this focuses a little better, so you guys can pause and read about what happened that year. So first place, Great Britain, as far as number of medals. U.S. came in second that year, then Sweden. U.S. had 23 gold, 12 silver, and 12 bronze. And then the notable people for that, their Olympics there. So let's see here. I'm looking for one of the things I had told Mangini about was one of the people that were in the Olympics on one of these cards was a football player, and that was one of the things that you had to do was it had to do with football, hockey, baseball, or basketball on that VR. So it did say football on the card, so that's why I kind of threw it in there a little bit. So that is poster design on the other side. And Break Cake, proud sponsor of the 1988 U.S. Olympic team, has created the set of 21 trading cards to commemorate the 1988 games. There is one card free inside specially marked boxes of Break Cake family packs. Collect all 21 cards and enjoy the great taste of Break Cake snack cakes. And so they tasted just like Hostess or anything, you know. It was more like Hostess than, say, Little Debbie. You know, a little fresher. So beautiful design, just a wonderful design. Very thin stock, kind of flimsy, but they've held up pretty well over all these years. I've just kept them in a soft sleeve together. So that was card number 4. Here's the next one. The little Roman numerals there. So 1920. Like I said, they're ordered. This number 6 by the Olympic year. So that's Antwerp, Belgium, 1920. So the U.S. was first in medals that year with 41 gold, 27 silver, 28 bronze. And so let's take a look here. See if we can get that to focus in. Fencing there. Alright, so the same information down here. So they're really pretty cards. Kind of looks like the sky and clouds or something. Cool image, you know. Very Art Deco maybe. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, and then next we've got this one here. And this is for Los Angeles. And that looks to be 1934, I believe. 32. So, little Greek statue looking there. 1932 Los Angeles. U.S. took first in 41 gold, 32 silver, 31 bronze. Okay, so this was the card. Jim Bosch, USA, an All-American football player from the University of Kansas, won the decathlon. And one of the rules for Rick's VR was it had to be like football or baseball, basketball, hockey card. And I'm like, well, it does say football player on it, so that's kind of a loophole. It didn't say it had to be an actual football playing card. It just, you know, that was insinuated, but that was my little breaking the loophole there. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, 2 to go. Now here we go. This is probably an important one there, because that's the Germany, Berlin, 1936, just months before World War II started. And that was when Hitler and all that was there. And I think Jesse Owens went over there, and obviously they looked down on him, and he clobbered him. And so got a little Nazi or pre-Nazi paraphernalia there, and they're I don't know if that's Brandenburg Gate or what, but let's see here. First place went to Germany, U.S. second, 24 gold, 20 silver, and 12 bronze. That was where Jesse Owens was a hero of the Olympics by winning 4 gold medals in track and field, only the second American to do so. And of course, the Germans didn't like that because he was African American and they looked down on him. And so there's some other stuff, like Marjorie Gutstring there, 13 years old and 9 months, youngest Olympic champion, winning the springboard dive. So there we go. Some interesting stuff there. So 36, right before the war started, so there you go. Alright, and the last of what I have is this one here from Rome. So Greco-Roman imagery there with the wolf and what is it, Remus, Romulan and Remus or whatever for the Roman myth, being nursed by a wolf to grow up and found Rome, I believe. And so that is 1960 Rome, Italy. The Soviets took first place that year in the USSR. The United States came in second. 34 gold, 21 silver, 16 bronze. So Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali there. That's weird that NKA instead of AKA. Known. Yeah, they might have just had an error there. I don't know, unless that's some kind of acronym or whatever that I don't know. You would think it would be AKA, so it looks like an error to me. He won the Olympic light heavyweight boxing title. Later won the world heavyweight boxing title. So there you go. Some of the accolades of some of those athletes, and it's neat. They do most of the US people, but some others, like this person from Greece, like sailing there. Alright, so there it is, folks. So that is your rainbow break cake, which is, you know, they don't do break cake anymore. Probably only lasted 3 or 4 years. I don't remember it being around for too long, but they were fine. They were good, and you can get them from like the Daylight store and save yourself a little money, and you pick up some cards. So the value wasn't super high. I mean, I knew that once I got these that they weren't probably going to be super valuable. That's not what it was about. It was just about picking up cards because, you know, it was the Olympics and people don't collect that as much. Maybe there's a bigger audience worldwide for this kind of stuff. But it was just an oddball set, and I loved oddball sets, and I thought they looked really good. They were cool, so apparently I ate 5 boxes of those snacks to pick these cards up. And they're super cool. If you're into the Olympics, this is a neat oddball set to have. Very obscure, kind of rare, I would say. Because obviously they weren't a nationwide company, so they didn't print as much as say Hostess would, and so a little obscure, probably a little bit rare, and I think I've seen some of these, you know, go 15 bucks, something like that, and even graded ones for higher than that. So it's a neat set, and it's an interesting set that even into the 80s, you know, we look back and say, oh, how did they distribute these caramel cards, or who was the company that did these anonymous cards, or how did these come in cigarette packs and stuff in some of these products. And that's over 100 years ago, you know. So yeah, people who purchased those caramels or whatever aren't around anymore to tell us, but there are cards out there that a majority of people don't know nothing about, or can't find any information about how they're distributed. And then there's somebody like me who comes along. It's like, you know what? I know the answer to that to a degree because I actually bought the stuff and got them my own self. So hopefully this helps people who are interested in this information or this set or didn't know about it and now they're interested. But if you're trying to research this stuff and you didn't have any info, hopefully this video gives you some answers. And you know, if you have any other questions, I'd answer any that I could. But that's the basic story. You just go up there and to the grocery store and go to the family pack section of like Twinkies and stuff like that. And certain stores carry this Break Cake Rainbow brand. And you buy a box of like 8 of their version of Twinkies, the twins, or whatever else they had. You got one of these cards in there, and you know, was it worth it? I mean, was it? Obviously, you got me to buy 5 of them. If you were just like not eating the food and just wanted the cards, so you probably would lose out there. You know, maybe your grandchildren's grandchildren, these cards will be worth something. But they're not they're not like super cheap. Like I said, they're kind of rare, so they do have some value. Maybe you made back the equivalent of what you spent. But for me, it was worth it because I got some different cards that I liked. Got to fascinate about what it would be like, you know, if these were rare and I wanted to be in the Olympics when I was younger, like wanted to ride bikes in the Olympics, but that was more like in '84. You know, after that I was like riding a 10-speed and wishing someday I could be in the Olympics, so that might have something to do with that. And you know, like McDonald's did all that stuff for the Olympics in '84, Mary Lou Retton and all that. And so I just had fun picking up different kind of cards. So these were the oddballs for me, picking up something that was non-baseball. And yeah, but I enjoyed eating those snacks. I can guarantee you that. So there it is, folks. I hope you enjoy that. Got any questions, let me know. Please leave a comment. Please like, subscribe, share this stuff with other people. And have a good Saturday. Probably do a few more episodes, maybe not tonight. Well, not right now, maybe later in the day. Give these some time. Give these cards some time in the limelight. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching Old Style Classics Olympic cards. 88, 98, 2008, 2018. What is that, like 36 years, something? I don't know. It's a long time ago, right? Wow. Alright, everybody, take care. Bye.